Hello everyone, and welcome to the Cozy Spellboard, where we're gonna try to make every game a little cozier and a little bit more magical. My name is Ophelia, and this is my first video, so I thought, what better video to start with than a tag to let you know me a little bit and what are my tastes in board games, what is it that I enjoy about board games, and to see if you would like to stay here and keep enjoying some teas and some coffees together. First and foremost, I want to shout out TN Games, which is a small channel that I discovered just later after I made my graphic, after I made the concept of the video that was like the coziness of board games by playing solo and like while you enjoy a hot warm drink. So let's start with the tag and see what we have in store here. So the first question is name, age, and location. So I said that my name is Ophelia, but actually my real name is Luisa, and I am 28 years old, and I live in Italy. I mean, I'm Italian, and I live in Italy. Ophelia, it's always been my nickname, my username in all the website, and it's been on YouTube for forever. So I thought that for this channel I would be Ophelia because I've been wanting to open a YouTube channel for so long. Every time I'm deeply passionate about something, I feel like I want to open a channel, and I finally did it. So I thought it would be a good idea to have the name Ophelia with it. Now the second question is favorite childhood board game. Now I didn't grow up a lot around board games. It was a later in life passion hobby that I developed, but Hotel was one that I really liked. I never liked Monopoly, if I have to be honest. It was never a game that I enjoyed. But Hotel, which was very similar to it, I liked a little bit more, a lot more actually. Mainly because of the components. You had these hotels that you could actually see and place it on the board, and it was so satisfying. And it was designed by Dennis Fisher and produced by Milton Bradley. Now everything will be on the screen because I'm terrible with pronunciation, with names, and to remember actual things. I tried to write it down, but I'm not very good. Another one that I really liked, but I forgot to write it down, was Cluedo, and I had the Mickey, no, not the Mickey Mouse, like the, I don't know what's it called in English, but the Paperino version. I would say it in Italian. I will, if I find it, I will, of course, put it here. It was so fun. It was so. That's probably the first true game that I actually enjoyed. Let's move to the third question. When did you really get into the board game hobby? Now, as I said, I actually never grew up with board games. It was something later in life, and it was actually because of my roommate. She made me passionate about them. We found a pub where we could play a lot of games, and I just became obsessed. I was like, this is really a fun way to be with people and to enjoy company. So yeah, I feel like when I moved to Rome, I started to really enjoy that, and that was the very first time that I discovered. It started more with party games and stuff, but later it just grew and grew and grew. The fourth question is first game you purchased, do you still own the game? Now, the first game that I purchased, I don't remember if it was Scrabble or Seven Wonders Duel. Scrabble, I actually own the Harry Potter edition, and it's very fun because it adds some powers. You can draft some cards, like not draft, but you can achieve some cards that will give you more points. So makes it more fun, and it gives you a ton of points um, if you make a Harry Potter ward. So it's very fun. It's one of my favorites, and you actually are part of one of the houses, and you draft them randomly. So it's really fun. And Seven Wonders Duel, it's still to this day one of my favorite games. Of course, I still own it. Well, you cannot see it. I own just one expansion, but I also own the Duels for Middle Earth. I think that it's what it's called. And Seven Wonders Duel was released in 2015 and designed by Antoine Baura and Bruno Cazzola. I know I'm butchering these names. And then it says any hobbies other than board game. I have a lot of hobbies. I love to read, I love to draw, I love taking pictures. I love dogs. I don't know if it's a hobby. I don't know. I don't have a dog, but I would say that dogs are my hobby because I spend a lot of time thinking about them and learning about how to train dogs, even if I don't own one. Is but that's yeah. Your breakthrough game. Of course, it was Seven Wonders Duel. I fell in love with that game hard. I've I have like a lot of plays, and we played it constantly. And at the time was one of the first games in our collection, so was played like crazy. We played it every day, and I really fell in love. And the mechanic of that game is really truly something that scratches my brain in a perfect way. Another one of my breakthrough games that came before Seven Wonders Duel was Dixit. Dixit, we played in that pub where you can play board games and stuff uh, a lot. That was actually my real breakthrough game when I was like, oh, this is really smart. And I really like this thing where we can sit around a table and talk and play and have fun. What? And later on, it was Seven Wonders Duel that actually made me fall in love with board games and became obsessed. So they are pretty equal, but the one that I still play to this day and I still love so much is Seven Wonders Duels. Dixit doesn't get played that much anymore, unfortunately. A theme that always draws you in. I am very theme driven. Usually, even if a game mechanic wise sounds enticing, if it doesn't have a theme that I like, I'm probably not gonna. But what I do like theme wise are cute critters, of course. I loved ancient Greece or ancient Rome. I like fantasy. Oh my god, this is also another game that really break through. And this is actually one game that my roommate introduced me to. So also this one, of course. Oh my god. But I love fantasy. I love nature is another one that I'm really driven to. But yeah, like historic games, but not war games. I'm thinking about Obsession, like like historic costume, like Rococo, something like that. Really entice me. But I'm really open to. I just really don't like maybe space, but not like space war themes. Especially, I don't like fish. I discovered there is a lot of fishing and fishes game. Not very into them. I love also like farming. That's another theme that I'm really obsessed with. And like For example, I do not like Flip the Dice game, but I love Three Sisters. It's mainly because of the theme. So, favorite mechanisms. I do love worker placement, it's one of my favorite, and maybe before that, I do love dice placement is probably one of my favorite before worker placement, because I do like some locking games. I don't always love it, but most of the time I do really like a luck component in a game. So when it's dice placement like Castles of Burgundy, it's one of my favorite games. I really enjoy it. And also like in more lighter games like Creature Comforts, I I really like it. So of course I also do like worker placement. I like resource management, even though I'm really bad at it. I like engine building, even though I'm really bad at it. And another one that I really like is roll and rights are so cozy, so satisfying. They scratch a part of my brain so deep, and I love having material proof of the game that I played. I love roll and rights. Yeah, really a lot. Now, a mechanism you don't like or that you aren't good at. I don't like highly confrontational games, so I don't like area control. I don't like war games. Um, I don't like also push your luck. I like maybe elements of push your luck in a game, but games like Quack of Quedlinburgs, sorry, it's hard in English. Quacks of Quedlinburg? No, I'm not gonna try to say it again. But like elements of it, I do enjoy a little bit, but not too much. And I don't like games. It's not like quite a mechanic, but I don't like games where uh, when somebody dies, they are finished and they don't play anymore. That's one game that I don't really enjoy. Newest game in your collection? Have you played it yet? I think the last two purchases were Unmatched, Slings and Arrows, and Botanicus. And I played them both. Actually, I'm working on a solo mod for Botanicus. Nothing official, of course. I just think that it could easily be, there could, there could easily be a solo mode of Botanicus. So I'm doing it for me and probably if you're interested. And I played them both. Also, I played Unmatched Slings and Arrows. It's like the Unmatched version where you have Hamlet, Titania, um, Shakespeare, and the sisters. I think, yes. And I did quite enjoy it. Next question is favorite player count. I love playing solo, of course. And my favorite player count would be 2 or 3. Higher than that, I would just go for a party game. Because a lot of the times, if you play more than 4 people, it will tend to be a long game. I don't mind long games if they're long for a reason. If they're long because you are waiting other people's turn, it's not very cozy, it's not very magical. I'm almost done with my tea and I'm not already halfway through, which is great. What is your board game pet peeve? I have a couple. I don't like when you are the rule learner and then you spend a lot of time learning the rules and then you get to explain them and nobody's listening to you, and I'm always like, do you want to play this game or not? So yeah, I don't enjoy that. And another board game pet peeve would be people criticizing what people like to play. It's really absurd to me. Like, it's a game. It's a hobby. why. It's okay if you enjoy something that they don't, and it's okay if they enjoy something that you don't. So that's another pet peeve. And a more technical, well, not technical, but something more like related to actual boxes. I hate when when games don't come with inserts and they are just in the box. Like Lost Ruins of Arnak is one of my favorite games, but that really deeply bothers me. And I don't like when I don't know how to explain, but like this is the straight face of the game, and then you twist it and it's upside down. I hate that, so I'm always checking if I put it the right way up. 14th question: read the rulebook or watch a how to play video. Um, I think a little bit of both. I always tend to watch the how to play video before, mainly because I'm trying to get informations about the game that I want to play. And so I've pretty much, when I purchase a new game, I've always already watched a couple how to plays or reviews or overviews. And then I always go through the rule book because it's a little bit more easy to navigate. I feel like if you have already like a general idea of how the game works. 15th question: favorite snack to eat while playing board games. This really depends on if I'm playing solo, if I'm playing with friends. Usually when I play by myself, I do enjoy tea or coffee, and so I tend to maybe eat a little bit more sweets. I played Zombicide while eating Chinese food, and that was something, but I enjoyed it because it was taking too much, and it actually felt like we were living in that um, moment, in that situation, and we were just surviving on Chinese food. So that was something, but usually like easy to reach snacks that won't make a mess, and usually that don't make your hands crazy, because you wouldn't like to get everything dirty, wouldn't you? Have you ever been to a board game convention? If so, which one? I have not been to a fully just board game convention. I've been to Romix, which is the comic convention. It happened twice a year in Rome. There is a section where they sell board games, but it's not like fully a board game convention. It's like more of a geek convention. But I would love to, and I'm thinking about Essen this year. Maybe. We hope so. An unreleased game you are most looking forward to. Now, um, I have a lot of games in Italy that are not released yet, and they are in America and the United States. But so this is a list that people that don't live in Europe or like not in Italy and are in the USA or other parts in the world might not relate to, but I am excited about Tent. I have not picked up that game, and I'm sad. I forgot. I would have. So I'm really hoping that some publisher here will take it and publish it, please. Another one that I'm really excited about is a state. It feels like a Everdell game set in the medieval times, and it seems really fun, and I can't wait to try it. I have not backed that game either, but I'm really positive that it will be in retail soon. Please. Another one is A Place for All My Books. I also have not backed this game. I'm really sad, but the reason there was not an Italian version, and it's a little bit language dependent, and there is a solo mode, but I would love. Well, I think my roommate would like it as well, and she doesn't appreciate games in English. So unfortunately, I did not back it, but I'm sure retail version in Italy will be here this year. I'm manifesting. Another one that I'm excited about is Tea Witches, and there was actually not a Kickstarter for that. So I'm hoping retail is like it will be retail right away. So I'm really excited. Of course, Tea Witches. Like I have so much more to talk about, but this probably might be a, a video by itself. So, what is your favorite thing about the board game hobby? As I said before, it is just really magical to dive into a totally different world with your friends, by yourself, and have fun playing. Have the right to play and take your mind off of things. Even though if you're not a child anymore, you can still play and you can still have fun. And that for me is truly magical. That gift of playing and be a little bit dumb, a little bit not like dumb, but a little bit silly, and believing in the world you are in for like that hour that you're playing a game, it's something that I'm really grateful for. Question number 19. Open and punch a game right when you get it, or wait until you played it for the first time? It really depends. I think it really depends. Because sometimes I like to wait. Other times I want to have it ready for when I can play, like for when the Kickstarter edition of Castles of Burgundy arrived. I knew that I had to wait a lot of time before playing it, so I punched it right away. I organized everything, so I knew that when I get to play it, it would be so much more easy to set up. So that's one situation, and always remove the plastic around, and always look what is inside right away. And then maybe I won't punch it till I play it, but I will open it for sure. There's no way I'm not opening a game that I just got. No way. And that's it. Those are all the table tag questions. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a long video, but I think that this was the first time that you're seeing me, and you deserve to know a little bit more in depth about some things. I hope you enjoyed this little talk, and I want to say a little bit about the channel, about what I plan to do, and so you can know if you are interested in following me along this journey. As you can tell by the name, the Cozy Spellboard, I want this channel to be a safe place where you can relax and unwind and dive into some games that you might already know or that you might don't. Is that English? I don't know. I'm planning on having a couple of formats to make everything clear and organized. One of the formats is Brewing Ramblings, and it's pretty much everything random that doesn't fit into the other formats, and it's the video like this. Right now it doesn't have this title because I have not talked about it yet, so it would be a little bit confusing, but it's just random chats, might be unboxing, might be some new games that I want to talk about, and yeah, some ramblings. The other format, and the one that I'm most excited about, is Fire Charm Sessions, and it's just cozy solo playthroughs. And it's Fire Charm Sessions, of course, because I want to give that feeling of being next to a fire blaze and enjoying some magical world. The other one is Meeples and Teas, and that will be a monthly wrap up of all the games that I played, what were my most plays, and maybe other topics that will fit into that category, like most anticipated games that will come up, something like that. It might also be like some theme videos, like if I want to talk about some rolling rights, but mainly monthly wrap up. Another format would be rolling charms, and it's a roll for your cozy gaming night. And pretty much that's it. Of course, that's everything for now, but the more we go onto this journey, the formats might change, more formats might be added, and some others might be left behind. Who knows? If you want to get along this journey, please join me, subscribe, and remember to always stay cozy and magical. Bye bye. I finished the tea in time. Tea time.